Hey everyone, this is Prince Brightstar and welcome to Phantasy Star Adventure. Now this game originally released back in 1992 on the SEGA Game Gear, but this was a Japanese exclusive game. You never saw a release of this in the West here. What I'm going to be playing here is a translation provided by the fan translation group Aeon Genesis. It's been around, I want to say 15 years or so since I last played this game, and let me put it this way. It's not exactly the highest on the list for me in terms of what my favorite is. But I figured, you know what? We have a couple of episodes that we need to get through here. I'm not expecting this to last that long. In fact, I know it's a very short game. We'll probably only get maybe 2 episodes out of this. And then we're going to go straight into Cosmic Star Heroine after this, next week. But let's go ahead and get this started here. And let's give ourselves the name of Bright. I'm an agent from Paseo on the planet Motavia. One day in Afterweiss 1268, I got a letter from Ken Miller. He's a scientist and an old friend of mine who lives on Dizolis. This is what the letter said. How are you, Wright? I've invented the greatest creation of the century. You have to come and see it. I took some time off from work and headed for Carsonville on Dizolis, where Dr. Miller lived. This is the spaceport. There's a girl at the desk. The exit is to the east. And this is basically how the game opens here. This is essentially an adventure game. Very much like in the style of the old... in fact, it's very much a text adventure game here. And aside from this game, there are also 8 text adventure games based on the prequel story of Phantasy Star 2. And so that's partly why it's taking so long for me to even address that particular chapter of the retrospective. I basically have to go through 9 different games in order to get Chapter 2 of the retrospective out effectively here. Anyway, we have the menu system here, and it is fairly intuitive here, but there are a couple of things that might trip you up eventually here. Let's first go under Sys here, which is short for System. Let's go under Text Speed. Let's set that to Fast. And now let's take a look at our status here. We can see that we've only got 50 hit points, 0 Meseta on us. We basically got nothing on us actually here. And I don't remember or not, but I don't think there's a way to level up in this game here. So what we've got here is basically what we've got for the entire game, or at least I believe so. So let's take a look around here. This is the spaceport. Okay, so we just read that a moment ago here. The secretary is really cute. Alright, so let's talk to that secretary. The next flight to Paseo is in a week. Now Paseo is on Motavia. And basically this means we're stuck in town for a week here. Alright, let's move to the east. I'm in Carsonville. The road goes north and east, and the spaceport is west. So let's talk to this guy here. This is a rough place. The Dizolians are all liars, and the cops are corrupt. Alright, let's head north. This is the center of Carsonville. There's a shop to the east and a police station to the west. Now we're looking for Mr. Miller, but let's talk to this guy here. There are 2 real weirdos in Carsonville. One of them is Dr. Miller, who lives near here. The other is Lucero, who lives in a cabin in the wilderness. Alright, so we're not headed for the police station or the shop. Let's head north. This is the north edge of town. Dr. Miller's house stands before me. The teleport center is to the east. Alright, let's go see our old friend. This is the doctor's house. The door on the north end goes further inside. Now, who would you be? There's a beautiful girl. I'm Ken Jung's sister, Leela. My brother's in the back room. Use this to buy anything you need. Leela gave you 30 Meseta. Okay, so before we do anything here, let's actually head back out to that shop real quick here. They sell everything from food to weapons here. So let's talk to the clerk. What do you need? So let's grab ourselves a Dizola soda. And let's also grab some meat. And let's head back to the west now. And to the north. Let's speak to Leela again. Oh, Leela just gave us another 30 Meseta. We don't need to worry about that right now. We'll take care of that later on here. This is Dr. Miller's lab. The doctor's here. There's a large machine covered in cloth next to him. Hey, old friend! Oh, you're here. I really want to show you my invention, but my throat is dry as a bone. Would you mind getting me something to drink? Well, it's a good thing I just stopped out and got this Dizola soda here. Let's see. Can we just give it to him? Alright, then we're gonna have to, use this on the doctor. Ah, Dizola soda. Thanks. I feel much better now. Let me show you my invention. The doctor removed the cloth, revealing a strange machine. Let's take a look at that here. It's the doctor's latest invention. Okay. This is my invention, the Enhancer. It doubles the abilities and strength of human beings. Isn't it great? I guess. So, is that something that we can use? No, it's not going to let us use it here. And we really can't talk to him anymore here, so let's go ahead and move south. And let's talk to Leela again here. Alright. So at this point, you might be wondering kind of what needs to happen. The game doesn't really tell you too much about what you're supposed to be doing at this point here. So let's make our way south here, and let's check out the rest of town. The road goes east and west. There's a sign here. Let's take a look at that sign. Caution, the east beyond here is nothing but a frozen wasteland. Okay, so that's the end of town, but let's go ahead and keep going here. This wasteland stretches as far as I can see. There's a cabin far to the north. I'm in front of the cabin. The interior of the cabin is dreary. There are doors to the south and east. There's a man inside the room. So let's talk to that man. The area beyond here is no place for tourists. You'd best be on your way. The man won't let me through. And indeed that is the case. Let's head back south. And let us go and say hello to the good doctor again. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and grab ourselves another Dizola soda. Okay, to the north. As I entered the doctor's house, Leela grabbed my arm. A bunch of men burst in here and took my brother and the Enhancer. Please help my brother. Alright, so let's talk to her. Actually, an institute was trying to buy my brother's invention. I believe the name was Baron Labs, but my brother feared that they would abuse it, so he refused to sell it to them. Okay, so that gives us a motive here. It doesn't look like there's anything in here right now, so indeed the Enhancer is gone. Let's head south. Now, we heard that the police are corrupt, but let's see if that's actually the case here. This is the police station. There's a stairway to the second floor. And let's talk to the cop. Baron Labs kidnapped Dr. Miller? I don't believe that. The director is a great man. Alright, let's move up. This is the second floor of the police station. There's a shady-looking cop here and a stairway leading down. I'll sell you something good for 90 Meseta. Sir! Sir, isn't that contraband? Alright, so... since we can't really do anything with this guy here, let's head down. And it doesn't look like the police are gonna help us out here, so... let's make our way south. And let us see if maybe we can convince that man that wouldn't let us by to actually pass by now, here. What? Dr. Miller's been kidnapped? Alright, Baron Labs is up ahead. Be careful. My name's Lucero. Should something happen, contact me on this radio. I'll help you out. Lucero handed me a radio. Okay, so now we can head east? This is the edge of the wilderness. Lucero's cabin is to the west. So let's move to the north, I would say. I'm on a path below the cliff. There's a Dizola's cat here. So, the Dizola's cat is growling, so we can't talk to it, and it's not gonna let us by here. So, let's give him some meat. The Dizola's cat began to eat the meat. It probably won't attack now that it's distracted. Okay, to the east, I'm on a mountain path. There's a building on the summit. I'm in front of the building. And to the west, there's a tall fence here. A power supply is on the fence. Alright, so... what that indicates to me is that there apparently would be some kind of a current flowing through the barbs here, so we can't just simply climb over. But if we could do something about that power supply, let us go ahead and use that Dizola's soda. And yes, it will let us use it on the switch. When the Dizola's soda is poured on the power supply, the current shorted out. Okay. So now can we get over? No, we still can't get over. Alright, so we need to still find something here. I'm on a mountain path, there's a building on the summit. Can we look around? Actually, let's talk, to Lucero. I heard Lucero's voice through the radio. Have you found the doctor yet? Okay, so that's not that useful. Now, I recall that there was another path here to the south, and then to the east. Let's check that out. I'm in the forest. There are many large trees. It is difficult to see ahead. Let's look around. It's around 50 meters tall. Many branches extend from its thick trunk. Okay. Can we take one of them? There's nothing here. Alright. Let's head west. Let's take a look at this barbed wire. It's too tall for me to climb. Okay, so we do need something anyway here. Alright, so he's still saying the same thing there. What I'm gonna do is kind of go around to the different screens. Oh! Actually, yes, this is what I was looking for. I knew that there was an axe somewhere along the way. So now, with this in hand, let's make our way back over to that tree. Alright, so let us use the axe on the big tree. I chopped off a branch with the axe. And now let's take the branch. now let's move north and head back to the fence. Alright, so now that we're here, let's use the branch on the barbed wire. I vaulted over the fence using the branch. Alright, we're in. This is the front of the building. On the door, Baron Labs is written. There's a fence to the south. So let's take a look at the barbed wire. It's too tall for me to climb. Will we be able to use it on the barbed wire again? Okay, so if we need to, we can back out of here. So, use the branch on the barbed wire. Alright, let's check to the west. This is the rear of the lab. There's a vent near the top of the wall. Okay, so this seems pretty obvious. Let's use the branch on the vent. The branch is leaning against the wall. And now let's head up. This is the entrance to the vent. The cramped vent goes straight ahead. There's a small hole. Let's look inside that hole. The hole is about the size of a fist. It's dark below and hard to see anything. I'm in the vent. There's a large hole here. I can't go forward, but I can climb down. Alright, let's head down. This is the drug storage room. Bottles of medicine are lined up on the shelves. There's a door to the east. So let's take a look at the shelf. There's a monomate. Let's take that. Alright, and let's head east. It's an empty room. There are doors to the east and west. Let's take a look around. Okay, so I was actually looking at the monomate I was holding there. Oh, there's a rope here. Okay. Alright, let's head up. And now we're gonna head back to the entrance of this vent. Here we go. Now that we're outside, let's take the branch. And now we're gonna use the rope instead on the vent. The rope is attached to the vent. And let's head back up. And because of that, now we can use that branch to cross the hole. I laid the branch across the hole. This is the end of the vent. There's a large hole here. Let's head down. This looks like a lab. The stolen enhancer is here. The room is fairly big and extends to the east. Alright, is there anything we can take here? There's nothing here. And there is no one here. Let's head east. There are a lot of tools used for experiments here. A guard appeared. Alright, so this is basically where we have our first combat in this game, and it's kind of unique how SEGA decided to play this out here. Let's take a look at our health. We can see here we're still at 50 here. Let us take a look at... Okay, we actually can't take a look at him, so let's just fight. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the axe. I aimed the axe at the enemy and swung. Okay, so... as you can see here, we've got dice falling here, and that's basically how this game animates the different attacks in the game here. So I did 4 damage to him, he did 3 damage to me. I did 3 to him. And he did 3 back to me. And we just kind of have to trade back and forth like this. should be done soon. I've defeated the guard. Okay. So, looks like he had something on him, a magic hat. So let's go ahead and use that magic hat on ourselves. And now, let's head to the east. This is the east end of the lab. There's a robo-guard. So we're currently at 38 health. That's sort of okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to take this guy down as well. So that does 3 damage to him. But since he's got a more powerful weapon, he can throw 2 dice at us here, so... this is gonna be a bit of a harder fight here. Alright, let's see where we are. We're at 28. That's still plenty of wiggle room here. Oh, the dice really isn't liking me here. I think I can take one more hit. Yikes! He almost did max damage there. Let's use that monomate. HP restored. He has to go down soon. I keep getting this low damage. There we go, he's finally down. Alright, so, did he have anything? No, he didn't have anything for us to take. So let's move to the south now. It's the end of the corridor, and there are doors to the north and west. Another guard appeared. Alright, where are we? We're at 27 right now. Ooh, crit! But he did high damage back to me. Alright. Did he drop anything? No. Alright, let's take a look to the north. Okay, so that's where we came from. And unfortunately, that also triggered another fight here. You would have figured that that robot would have stayed dead. Alright. Let's head back south, so we can actually back out of a fight if we have to, like that. Ooh. And he just respawned as well. Yeah, so the game doesn't remember what you actually took out in the past. Alright, we've only got 6 more HP left here. So we gotta take him out quick. Okay, good. Alright, so we can't go west. Let's head south. The corridor extends to the north and south. A guard appeared. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so I don't think we're going to be able to make it out of this here. I'm curious if we can use the radio here. I don't have time for that. Alright, so that's it. I blacked out. When I came to, I was lying on the floor in a small room. There's a man standing before me. I'm Baron, the director of this facility. You were a fool to attempt to penetrate this place alone. I'll leave you to my bodyguard. A strange man leapt from behind the director and beat me senseless. I hope you've learned your lesson. Don't bother trying to escape. We've already disposed of the stuff you used to get in here. The director and his bodyguard left the room. Alright, so the question is, will I be able to get out of this situation? We're gonna have to find out on the next episode. Thank you for joining me today. This is Prince Brightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.